Hey guys, Books Nelson here, back with another video, and today we're going to be breaking down this Jeremy Sochan and seeing how good this 6'8" point guard is, right? And he's basically only a point guard because no one's going to be using him at the power forward position pretty much for any reason. So is he good enough at PG to warrant the super hype? And we're going to find that out right now. So first things first, the most important thing, what does his jump shot look like on very quick? That is actually a pretty good jumper, I have to say. There's nothing wrong with that jumper at all. And so he's got no hop back, not a great snatch back. Because now we're looking at how do you get to that jumper besides the catch and shoot. So I don't see a way for him to access that jumper off the dribble besides, obviously he can hit the normal leaner, which is great, and that'll be used a lot. But I don't see a way for him to do it behind a screen, I guess I would say, right? The only way for him to get the jumper off the screen is probably with the Kyrie dribble style. But it is a really good jumper. I'm actually quite surprised. Sochan jumpers have historically been really rough, and this is a great jump shot. Let's go ahead and raise that difficulty just so we see what the jump shot's really like. See how big that green window really is. Yeah, no, totally fine. Totally fine. All right, so size up wise, he has says he has normal size up. So not much to talk about, but weirdly enough, he's got this pro dribble style, and we love the pro dribble style. And I think with the normal size up and the pro dribble style and his speed, so we talk about this all the time, where the speed of the card matters with some of this stuff, because as a person who uses my career all the time, this pro dribble style feels better with cards that just have better stats. And in his size, it feels pretty good, this pro dribble style. There's a pro dribble style tutorial on the channel. You guys can see how I'm triggering these bursts if you look at the controller on the screen, but I'm just pressing down diagonal to the left, 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock with the left stick. But yeah, I would say he moves just enough that you can work with it, right? So the one thing we want to look at is this pro hezi. And can he same side burst? Because that's what he needs. He needs to be able to same side. Yeah, his same side burst is actually really good. Okay, so if you can same side burst with the pro dribble style, that's enough to work with, right? That's enough to work with. Is he gonna be anything close to your Shays or anything like that? I don't know about all of that. Like, I think it's really, if you run a switch all defense and you have playmakers at other positions, I think he's one of the better cards to use in that capacity, right? You're running switch all. He's really just there to hit shots, occasionally make a play, occasionally go to the basket, complete dunks, and play a role while your elite twos and threes and in some cases fours run your offense. That's, I think, his main role. I think he would be better if he had a better size up. I mean, that's obvious. Obviously, any card would be better if they had a better size up. What I mean is, like, he would be much more usable off the dribble with the pro dribble style if the size up allowed him to be a little faster. But the size up is just a little slow for the kind of card he is. At the point guard position, size up is a little slow. It's usable. It's just a little slow to really, get to what he's doing. And to talk about the rest of his SIGs, the rest of his SIGs are really bad. So that's why I haven't really talked about him. So this is pro escape. I don't know what to do with that. That's his between the legs. You see there's a big hesitation there, not really usable. So there's nothing he can really, that I can think of, that he can L cancel off of. Combo moves, he's got AI. AI's combo moves are actually pretty bad. I don't know why out of all the things that Allen Iverson does, they chose that. Because I don't know how many times I've seen him do that, but that's the dribble they chose to give him. His aggressive combo moves, he's got that business. His normal breakdown, he's got this business. So yeah, he just doesn't really have much. Moving step back is basic, so it's also pretty troll. So the idea of saying like that he's better than some of these elite cards that are out there, I think that's crazy. But I do think he's elite in his role, which is a switch all point guard. If that's the style you're running, I don't care how good a small point guard is, they're going to be bad at that, right? So if you're running switch all style point guard and you need a guy who's good at catching, shooting, a guy who's going to dunk well, a guy who's going to, give you creation in small pockets. Somebody's coming over, you just hit him with one of those, get to the stick dunk. And also at the top of the key, I will say, Even though he cannot move in all of the cardinal dribbling directions, he can get north, south, and north, south. I'm sorry, he can get north very well, and he can get east to west very well, right? So that same side burst was really necessary for me for this card to have the ability to play on a team. I do think he can play, but I do think the hype is a little much on the card. But for those of you who are running him in that role, I think you'll be really happy with him. For those of you who are looking to upgrade, say, a Gilbert or a Derek White, and you think this card will be better, well, they do completely different things. And he's going to be very bad at their job the same way they would be not great at his job. Although I do think, you know, with right stick ripper and stuff like that, you can get away with a little bit more. I think once you're 6'4" and up and you have a good frame on your card, I think you can get away with a lot of stuff. Oh, I like the floater though. That's nice. That's a nice floater. That's a really nice floater. I like that. That's a bonus. But yeah, he's solid. He's solid pink diamond. Not angry at it, but definitely not hyped or overjoyed either. That's gonna shut it down for Sochan. Hopefully this helped you guys in your decision making about this card. And you know, if you're like, oh, I didn't get Ben Simmons, but now I got Sochan. I don't know about all of that, but I think he's pretty solid. Outside of that, he's solid at what he does. All right. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for all of the support on the channel. Peace.